Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the Reaction Log. Whoa, we got a special spicy rootin' tootin' one here for you. And what would that be today? Today, we are... Sorry, I don't mean to offend any good old boys that might be watching right now. I am actually a southern man myself, believe it or not, so you know, that's how I talk when I'm not trying. Right now, this is a very calculated, very practiced voice. Hey, whoa, this is a special spicy one. We are looking at Tony Rice today. Wow, this might be one of the highest requested people to look at. I don't really know why. I don't really know what you want me to say about him. From my understanding, he is a bluegrass steel string guitarist, and as far as I know, not even like a flashy bluegrass guitarist, like or I was gonna say like Tommy Emmanuel. I don't think he's bluegrass per se. I'm sure he could dabble, but I kind of get why you guys would want me to watch him, just because he is a virtuoso. I mean, I'm saying a lot about Tony Rice. Maybe he is a crazy virtuoso, and I don't know. Does he have any Paganini that I need to see? Hold on. Shenandoah. I don't think Paganini wrote that one, so I don't know. I assume not like a crazy virtuoso. I'm already prejudging it. Look at me. And some context for that. Who's the kind of person that would prejudge a guitarist just based on what their strings are made of? Well, let me tell you, I am a classical guitarist here on YouTube. What does it mean to be a classical guitarist? It means that you probably didn't start with classical guitar, but once you get indoctrinated into it, in America, that's usually around the high school or college age, you get to look down on everyone else and also where you came from. So, like I said, I don't know anything about Tony Rice, which is actually true. Sometimes I just say that because it's fun to say. I mean that this time. I've listened to him for like 30 seconds just to prepare for this video. That's the most research you're ever gonna see me do, by the way. I hope my professors are listening to that. So, 30 seconds max, that's it. That's all you get. I'm in grad school, by the way. Whoa, welcome to my academic guitar YouTube channel. You ready to learn some crap? We have an album of his here. Let's just take a look at some of these views. It's nice that they have the views included here. Freeborn Man, that's definitely low. We're not going to be watching that. We're going for hits today. So, Big Spike Hammer, Church Street Blues. I say we look up some live performances of that. 2.9 million views. Do you think we can siphon some of that over here, maybe? Yeah, wow, in the preview, look at him play. What a virtuoso. He's freaking going crazy on it, right? Okay. So we could watch that, or we could start with Tony Rice All-Star Jam plays 9-pound hammer. What? I don't even understand what I just read there. Let's start with Church Street Blues. How about that? Okay, and I do want to warn you guys before we actually play through this. He's going to be playing a steel string, which is not something that I would typically play because I am a classical snob, as you guys may know. Now, I know that you just heard me play a steel string, but I was playing it with the delicate touch and precision of a classical guitarist. So I want to go ahead and give you this warning, just because I don't want to get sued or anything. What you're about to hear is going to be very bright and sharp and loud, probably. So if you're using headphones right now, you might want to turn them down pretty substantially. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into what we have. I told you, it's like a deep tissue massage for my eardrum. You guys want to see me attempt to play this just by ear without knowing the genre at all? Oh yeah, you might hear, I'm going to play this open chord right here. I forget the name of it. I don't know what it's called. It sounds different than his, especially because he's using a capo, but even if he wasn't, it sounds different. Because I don't think I've tuned this guitar since I bought it. Because, I don't know, I just feel like you don't really need to tune steel strings. Like, it kind of just sounds fine to me. But yeah, let me hear that again. Nick Granville will have a field day with this one, I know.
The other thing too with this classical guitarist is the first thing he did from the get-go in his video was talk about how good he was. Now, anybody who's actually good doesn't have to say they're good. They can do it with their own playing.
Not me. I'm all talk. Let's actually hear me say that I'm pretty good. I'm a classical guitarist. You know, I'm pretty good. I mean, that, like, I think I am. You know, that was a real confident, I'm good. Yeah, I totally just said I'm good there. Like, I'm just talking. By the way, guys, I'm really, really good. I don't know, I got nothing. Let's keep observing. It's funny how when I listen to this versus when I listen to classical music, this sounds so much older to me. This sounds like black and white freaking hillbilly music. And then when I listen to classical music, it's almost like music of the future to me. I wonder what kind of bracing is in there. Do steel string acoustic guitars even have bracing, or do they just kind of slap wood together haphazardly?
I've been hanging out uptown, Lordy, in that...
Woo, singing to us with those blue piercing eyes, I'll tell you what. And by the way, when I made that Taylor Swift video where the whole thesis of it was why hasn't she gotten any better at guitar in a 20-year career, I think this is what I was expecting of her. Like, how do you get more advanced open chords going on? You're playing the same open chords for 20 years. Eventually, you gotta start throwing some of this in, you know? Make those chords dance a little bit.
Well, I've been hanging out uptown, Lordy, in...
I've been hanging...
Come Charlie friends, it's driving me insane.
Now that I hear the verse, this is pretty much just pop punk. Yeah, the longer you're alive, you kind of realize that more and more, that all music is just the same. It's just a different timbre. But I could see if I grew up with this would just sound like pop punk to me. Because I'll listen to pop punk now and be like, this is amazing. And it's like this, basically. Probably way less technical than this, too.
Up on shady Charlotte Street, Lord, the green lights look red.
Yep, and pop punk, they're always talking about getting out of their hometown. Whatever this music is, we're going back. Going back to the farm that my daddy ran.
Got myself a rocking chair to see if...
His thumb is switching between flexing and extending. Take a look at that. Ooh, what is the deal with that? I guess I can see a difference there. Ooh. I'm not so good with the hyper extended thumb. That's some like Tosin Abasi. How much do you think that guitar costs him? At least it's not buzzing. Somebody set that thing up nice. Man, I can't help but notice how much easier this would be if you just used all your fingers though. So it's kind of interesting to see somebody get so proficient with just one finger, essentially. Alright, moving on. Let's see what else we got.
I found myself a picker friend and I read yesterday the page 21 and I stuck it in my shoe.
You know, something that I do really admire about the guitar right now, especially when you put it in the hands of people who really know what they're doing, when it comes to so many genres of music, it's kind of the most important instrument. You can put together a bluegrass band that's just one guy. If you're good enough at guitar, you can make it sound like a whole band. You don't even have to be that good of a singer, you can just be like a regular singer. So that's pretty amazing, and bluegrass is not the only genre like that. Classical guitar, it's mostly a solo genre, at least to me it is. And you're making a full symphony's worth of music. You know, symphony. But still, it's full music. Guitar is a really great instrument. I think that's the main thing that we should take from this video. Guitar is freaking dope. Alright. Alright, next one is Big Spike Hammer. Wait, is Big Spike Hammer different than 9-pound hammer? We're just gonna go with 9-pound hammer. Whoa. And then all of a sudden when the guitar is with the band, everyone's so much louder. Yep, there's the steel string equivalent of the violin right there. And it's being played by the exact demographic I would imagine who would play the fiddle. Fedora wearing, blazer with t-shirt under wearing, little mustache having. With this guy's outfit, I almost imagine like a My Little Pony or a Five Nights at Freddy's shirt under there or something. Alright, alright.
Well, then I'm pound a hammer.
Well, named.
Well, then I'm pound a hammer. Here's a little too heavy.
He might have just had lunch or something.
Money for my son.
Dude, look at this freaking guy in the jean jacket. Why is he holding it like that? Dude, was this guy raised in a barn? Maybe, honestly. Ooh, here we go. Alright, we're soloing now. You know what? I can make fun of this music all I want. At least it has, like, intelligent soloing in it. It's following the changes. It's not random. It's not noodly. It is just good old-fashioned triads going through changes, y'all. Alright. See, I don't care what genre it is. It can be Bach. It can be bluegrass, it can be bebop, whatever. That sound, you know the sound I'm talking about. Playing chord tones in a way that you had to practice for your whole freaking life, because it's hard to do that, by the way. So few guitarists are actually able to do that to this level. So it's always a treat hearing some intelligently played changes. I don't care what it sounds like. Alright. I could be listening to MIDI and I'm still gonna think it's cool. Dude, this freaking heathen right here. He's... You guys know those computer learning simulations where you, like, make a guy walk after a million generations or whatever? This is the guy that figured out how to walk, but just in the completely wrong way. He's, like, handstand walking or something. It's like, how did this happen? So this guy's long gone. It's not like he's gonna start from ground zero and relearn how to walk. Man, but he's playing it, ain't he? Yeah. The guitar is so cool, and you just look like such a dork playing this thing, though. This looks like a post on Guitar Circle Jerk. Like, hey guys, is my action too high? Guys, is my neck too thick? I don't know. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is the actual steel string version of the violin. Oof, so low class. This actually reminds me here. I want to show you guys a YouTube short that I saw. It's from Rick Beato. Sorry, Rick Beato mentioned, I know, this isn't supposed to be a Rick Beato video. He was interviewing this one mandolin player who was playing Bach, and he was giving this whole explanation about fingerings are an emotional choice, and he played Bach in one position and then the same thing in the other position, and it was like more legato. I don't know if it was an emotional choice. I think the only emotion there was he was just showing off how proficient he is at this one tune. It was very sick.
The way that you finger something can be an expressive decision, not
an expressive decision. I guess I got fingering and emotions mixed up. Sorry,
purely
guys.
just getting the notes out.
Yeah.
There's the...
Yeah.
Right?
His phrasing was a little rushed, but I mean, check this out.
First position rendering of this. We can actually start building notes upon notes if our left hand can hold the strings down. So again,
Beautiful.
and then this.
Yeah, you know Rick liked that. It's Bach and it's the oh-so-familiar steel strings. Sign him up.
Like that. And so then like this.
Dude, heck yeah. If you are going to play mandolin, play some Bach on it, and that's fine. Alright, let's actually find one more before we end this thing off.
I know every inch of highway, every foot of back road, never mind a railroad track.
Alright, well I'm officially bored with this now. Sorry, after the third one it all kind of started to sound the same. I know, I'm saying that as a classical guitarist. I know, I get it. Alright, well that was pretty fun. I did that one for you guys, because you guys kept asking for Tony Rice, so I hope I sufficiently offended you and entertained you. Yeah, you know, I can imagine a lot of you probably been listening to him your whole life, and he's like a guitar god to you guys. I know, I get it. Honestly, again, I can say whatever. I do recognize that it is very high-level music. Dude, if you're playing chord tones, there's not really much I can say to that, okay? Whoa, dude, my hair is all, like, up there. My hair's a little greasy, I haven't showered. And, maybe let that be a lesson for all of you today. Sub out your scale practice for some arpeggio practice. Do it through a descending fifths pattern or something like that. I don't know. Do something different. Do something that sounds good. I think we can go ahead and wrap this one up here. This is just a short little Tony Rice episode. I'm sure we'll have another one, but this is just a quick little introduction, and now he's part of the Sore Hands universe. He gets to join everyone else. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna put this thing away and never play it again, of course. And let's go ahead and wrap this one up here. So, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Of course, Rootin's Delight, there's a 15% discount right now, so, you know, take a look at that. I've been posting a lot of shorts recently. Those have been fun. I don't know, I have some ideas with that. I kind of want to do that for some of the older videos that I've made, because there's a couple of gems. Like, a lot of them are really bad, but sometimes I'll find one that just represents old Sore Hands really well, and it's funny. So, I don't know, I'll start looking at that. I don't know why I'm telling you about this. There's gonna be a practice log coming soon. I'm pretty sure this is the third reaction video in a row. I'm sorry about that. But to be fair, I did just do a man on the street video, which that, you know, those are hard to make. Not really, they're not that hard to make. But also, if you're here at this point, you probably like the reaction videos. So, you're welcome. There'll be another one next time. Probably a practice log before then. Okay, anything else? My email's in the description. I used to give guitar lessons. I don't anymore because I am a grad student and I'm super freaking busy. But of course, if you want to email me for whatever reason, and even just get on my radar for lessons, because I'm sure I will teach again at some point, feel free to do that. But, you know, that's it. Alright, I think we can wrap this one up here. So, I'll see you in the next one.